In our gospel this morning, Jesus speaks again of what we call the end times. He speaks about the time of distress. The sun will be darkened, the moon will lose its brightness, the stars come falling down from heaven, etc. And then he says, I tell you solemnly, before this generation has passed away, all these things will have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But as for that day or hour, nobody knows it. Nobody knows it, neither the angels in heaven, nor the Son, no one but the Father. This is Mission Alive, with Roger from the MSC Mission Office. Now all this sounds a little bit kind of disastrous and gloomy, but again in the scriptures, these are the things that we call, speaking of the end times, or the big word is the eschatology. It's a reminder to us that things will end, that our life will end. And in that reminder is giving us the call, the challenge, the opportunity to say, I can do better. There are things in my life I can put straight. Perhaps relationships I can rectify. I can make amends. I can do better. I remember reading quite so many years ago a book that two doctors put together. It's called Life After Life, and they found and interviewed people who had recovered from very near death or been clinically dead and revived, and almost invariably these people had had some experience of going forward through a tunnel towards light, towards something nice and bright, or a candle, and then coming back and somehow a voice saying, no, you go back, not your time. Invariably, these people's lives changed. They became not different people in a sense, but better people, dedicated more of their life to helping others. And a friend of mine, who was often sometimes difficult to get along with, a bit possessive of his work and his area of work, and he got very, very sick. He went to hospital and he nearly died twice. And since then, it's been very different person altogether. Very easy to get along with, very cooperative, backed off a lot from what he thought was his place and his job. A totally different person. So I guess if we are somehow confronted with the fact of death or the end of life, then we can think, maybe that would change me. And often people with terminal sicknesses do change. They can assess their lives and say, perhaps I haven't been getting on with people the way I should have. I need to give more time, more love, more attention to people that are close to me. So rather than being something gloomy and doomsday and terrifying and horrifying, it's simply offering us the opportunity to review our life and to say, how am I going? What track am I on? Can I do better? Can I do other things that are better? And so on. I remember also reading something from a writer, he's a Franciscan priest in the US of A, Richard Rohr, if you know him. And I remember him saying about the judgment day, when we die, we get up to the pearly gates and there's Jesus waiting for us to judge us. Jesus won't judge. He'll just say, say if it was me, he'll look at me and say, okay, my brother, just keep walking. Whatever road you're on, just keep walking. As I said, what we do in life, by what we do, what we say, how we live, we put ourselves on the road to heaven or hell. So when we die, we'll just keep walking on the same road. So if we are, for all our faults and failings, on the road to heaven, Jesus will say, just keep walking, you're there. Or if we're on the other road, he'll say, my brother, my sister, just keep walking. So that's the challenge for us, to put ourselves on the right road and keep walking that road. despite the times we fall down, despite the times we are not as good as we think we should be. We're probably on the right road and we could do better. So let's just keep walking on mission and keep walking towards the mission that Jesus has given us. Thank you.